MS News. Today we're going to be talking about drugs and how they're impacting kids nowadays. So, Mr. Bell, why do you think kids start drugs? Is it to seem cool or for some other reason?
It's probably a mixture. It's probably a mixture of things. It's probably because peer pressure, and some kids think it's cool to do it, and they try to get their friends to do it, so that way it's just kind of like a social thing, and then it might turn into something really real. And or I know that often kids are prescribed drugs from doctors, and then they get hooked, and their parents aren't monitoring their prescription doses.
So, Emma, what do you think about drugs and how they're impacting kids nowadays?
A lot of kids are doing drugs, and it messes up you and your future, I guess. So yeah.
So, Leah, why do you think kids start drugs? Is it to seem cool or for some other reason?
Probably to seem cool and for them to relax because they probably have a lot of stress.
So, Ms. Figueroa, what do you think about drugs and how they're impacting kids nowadays?
I think drugs shouldn't exist. They're impacting kids enormously with their studies and their work habits. It's not good for their bodies, and it's just not good, period.
So, Mr. Giamo, how do you think illegal drugs are impacting kids nowadays?
I think if kids are able to access drugs, it's negatively impacting them, not just for the fact that they are unhealthy. It also can make some kids lazy and unwilling to do the things they're required to do on a daily basis.
So, Mr. Zowski, what do you think about drugs and how they're impacting kids nowadays?
Well, unfortunately, I think drugs do impact young students, like students here at Kernan. Thankfully, we don't have too many students who are using drugs, but yeah, unfortunately, it is something that is dealt with from time to time.
Why do you think kids start drugs? Is it because they want to seem cool or for some other reason?
It's hard to say, really. It could be, perhaps peer pressure, like wanting to fit in or do some things that maybe some students making bad choices are doing. It could be that they're trying to cope with something that's going on in their life. No matter what's going on, though, no matter why a student's doing it, though, I would really encourage them to come talk to Ms. Pennington or myself to see if there's another way.
Thanks for watching. Bye.